Welcome back, everybody. Harvest is done and it is time to get back into the shop. First thing I want to tackle is getting Herman rolling again. It was a challenge to drive him in here. If you remember correctly, last summer I was disking with him and the anchor for the drag link broke right off from there, then from there. So he steers kind of erratically, to say the least. But I was able to back him in. I've gotten another trunnion, and so we might as well tear it apart. Of course, we'll reseal it as long as we're that far, and might do the other side. Let's go around. I think he was in some kind of incident some time ago before I was involved with him. And as you can see, this side was broken off and then welded back on. When I got him, there was so much oil and grease and dirt caked on here, you couldn't even see these welds and stuff. Got the hot water pressure washer out and cleaned it all up. So I've already acquired one for this side, but they are different. It's the same casting, but the way they machine them is different for each side. And so I get the other side done. Might just go ahead and tackle this one, then the whole front end will be resealed and everything will be good. As long as I'm at it. Get him back to where I can drive him. Then I can get back to that 1855. I'd like to get that done yet this winter too. I've got a lot of stuff. Summer projects. Some are going to get done and some aren't. All right, let's get rolling on this. Get a jack under there and get the wheel off. And of course the jack needs oil. Will it make it? I think I made it. It made it. He'll get new gear lube. I know I put new on the other side when I fixed the leak that it had. But we're going to all this trouble. Might as well do it right. Should be about a gallon in here. Thought maybe it was in four-wheel drive for a moment there. It should, there it is. It should be full there, about there. The halfway point. Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's a little grayish. I got just a little moisture in it. He's been sitting in here for probably a month, so it's settled out. Come on. Glug, glug, glug. It's always nice to know I wasn't running them dry. one fought it. These two are just short little bolts. Oops. Their only purpose is to keep the hole from getting plugged up with crud. Because then you put a bolt back in there. And you can... Oh, man. I should have my bucket protector in there. Perhaps I should go get it. There. Now I don't have to go fishing. Thanks, Kyle. Maybe. It's gonna work. They must have put some of that adhesive on the threads. Didn't really need to. Gear lube. Some of you know what that smells like. Look at that. I better go play the lottery. Gear. There should be a thrust washer behind the gear, but there is not. A little bit of in and out there. So, I'll need to find a thrust washer. I'm sure I could do that. Just knocking back the lock tab. That should work. Oh, they've got it locked in more than one spot. Bless their hearts. Guess it wasn't coming loose. Yeah, I think the threads are just a little bonked up on the ends from not having a thrust washer. Got suction holding that washer in. There. Now it shall let go. Now I can pull that off. Well, at first glance, the bearing looks good. Be able to tell better once it's washed up. Should have done that over a 5-gallon bucket. All the oil is running down in. So I think I'll go get a 5-gallon bucket. Here's what we've got so far. Draining hub and hubba dubba dubba. That's actually pretty clean in there. It wasn't leaking. I mean, I'll put a new seal on it, but I don't think I have to put any kind of speedy sleeve or something on the seal surface. So now I need a 3/4 inch socket to get those babies zipped off from there. Well, that ain't the best sign. It's supposed to be grease inside this compartment and not oil. I mean, I guess it's getting lubricated by the oil, so there's that. But that means the seal either in here or there or both sides has failed in some way, and so oil is getting in from either side or both sides. But as long as it's got some depth to it, I guess at least it's getting some kind of lubrication. But we will be resealing it and doing all those fancy things, so it's time anyways. Now it's liquid up to that level. That should come off. Just a dirt and dust seal to keep crud away from the lip seal on the back side of the hub. So I think to help drain this more, I'm going to take a couple of or at least one of the bolts out of the bottom bearing for the trunnion. I should probably keep these separate from the others. They are different. I wasn't recording when I hit it with that. Okay. Well, you can see how there's no grease, just oil, which is, like I said, better than nothing, but not what they call for. Yeah, it has washed all the grease out, or whoever worked on it last decided to go with oil as I drizzle it onto my impact. Look at that. Hey, this is one of them that's got a, sometimes they have this, sometimes they don't, but a stud to hold the ball in the center there. I think this is going to be a reusable, and I'll show you in just a moment. Yeah, the inner seal, well, there, I got it. The lip has come separated from the steel part of the seal. So yeah, I think that was the leak. So here's what we got. The balls ride in these grooves, and as you turn, they can kind of move. But mostly they're located right where that wear line is. And it seems to, I mean, I can feel it kind of, you can hear it. There's definitely some wear there. The other side's better. Of course, let's see, this would be where it's turning forward. So that's the side that's going to get the most work. I could swap them side for side. And then, let's see, yeah, this side would then be the one that gets the load. Or I could buy the new style and put in there. And It also doesn't have a very big seal surface, which doesn't give much room to put the bushing in that I like to do. I guess we can still put it in there. Some of them have more, some have less. So maybe I'll try to assemble this and just see how much play there is in it. It will help that it's got this fixed ball. Let's see, that one and that one. And then that one. Try to clean that up. Aw, biscuits. All right, let's try that again. Get that dirt out of there. There, loaded. Boy, when it's all together, I don't feel any slop. I don't feel it catching. Well, it does if you turn it too far like that. I think it's usable. Yeah. Usually this nut on the steering cylinder pin is oversized in a lock nut. And it doesn't, it's 15/16, which yeah, they're normally 5/8 thread, but then they have a oversized nut that's more like 1 inch and 1/16 or something like that. But this works. Okay, will it rubber mallet up? Yes, it will. Will it fall on the floor? Yes, it will. All right. Need to get this ring off the back here that holds the seal in. And then just the trunnion bearings, and she should come off. Okay. One seal, two seal. Ping. Well, that made that easy enough. The bottom trunnion bearing holder and its shims. Yep. Not feeling any extra shims there. Pretty easy to keep track of them because the bottom one is not greasable and the top one is. Gravity takes care of the bottom one. So now, since that was kind enough to fall right out, Should just be a matter of doing this. Well, as you can see, she was quite pre-broke. Let's see. So it's machined to there. There was some holding on there. That looks fresh. The rest does not. She had been cracked for some time and just waiting to give up the ghost. At least it was close by. I guess sometimes even the blind squirrel gets a nut. Let's yank those seals out. Or that seal and the other doohickey and the whatchamajiggy. There's a washer behind the seal that kind of, I don't know what it does. Wow. Well, let's try something else. Rather than trying to get that washer, the seal, and all, let's go behind just the seal. Try to decrease what we're trying to pull out. Well, I can see the seal getting stretched. That got me something. Hey, got the thrust washer out without totally destroying it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call that no good anymore. And then the washer should come right out. Yeah, as I was wondering. It's a little dish shape from the whacking, but I can also see where the shaft was riding low and wearing on it a little bit right there. Yeah, I can press this back to flat, and then we'll make up a bushing to go in there and hopefully solve that problem. I think that wraps it up for the coming apart part of this side. We'll get that bushing made and make another video when we go the other direction. But in the meantime, I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.